Okay, so this is directed towards, I believe your name is Clifford and Cambria. So sorry about that. Leave my eye. All right, so let's get started. I just wanted to start off with acknowledging the reference to me being stupid. We can start that before I continue. Um, I believe used what was it? I think it was the phrase "contrary to your belief" that I used, um, whereby you said that the phrase "contrary to your belief" was a contradiction. I promise you it's not, and that I think you followed that by stating that I'm not writing my senior thesis. Um, by the way, senior is implying high school. I think you're talking about a doc project, a dissertation thesis when you're getting your master's or PhD. I think that's what you're referring to. Anyways, yeah, so I promise you that using the term contrary is, it's not a big complex word, maybe to you, but using the word contrary, it's not a big word. I don't know if big words frighten you or compound sentences frighten you, but I do use them. It doesn't mean that I'm trying really hard to sound eloquent. It means that I have an education. This is the way that I speak and present myself. Hopefully it's not too complex for you. If it is, grab the Merriam-Webster and get ready. Okay? I figure that we have an intelligent conversation with one another. An educated, intelligent conversation with one another. I'm not trying to put up a front. Okay? This is how I speak. It's not complex. It probably takes a middle school education to understand the words coming out of my mouth right now, so hopefully you understand. Um, Secondly, I would appreciate it if you do end up responding to this, that you no longer make any personal attacks against my character. And yes, calling somebody stupid is insulting somebody's character. I don't know if you're aware of it, but that is what you are doing. So, I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming you're an adult. I am an adult. I'm having an adult conversation. It's not really a debate, although you guys are trying to dissect every sentence that I say and make it such. It's not a debate, really. We're just, having a calm discussion. So insulting my character and making this a personal assault, type of deal isn't what I want to happen. So I'd appreciate it if you cease calling me an idiot and telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Next topic. As far as not knowing what we're talking about, what was it? I believe you said something about how my statement, what was it? What statement did I make? Oh, I think I said, it's our constitutional right to own a firearms, in response to which you wrote that, what was it? This is going off my top of my head, but I do know it's on the computer somewhere. Oh, right. I said that it was our constitutional right to own a firearms, in which case you said you will not even respond to that because I obviously don't know anything about American history. It pains you to read my comments. I'm basically inferring that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm speaking about. Um, what I would like to say is, on the contrary, I have this feeling that you don't quite know what you're talking about, at least to the point where we're not able to recite or even give a rough summary of what the first two, only the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution states, where it says that we have the right to bear firearms. It's only the Second Amendment, Number two. You don't have to read that far to know this. Anyways, while you're making these low blows about my intelligence, maybe you should knowledge yourself a little bit on American history yourself. 4th of July is coming up. I hope to God that you're not celebrating a holiday to which the history you know nothing about. I don't feel like it'd be right. I sort of feel like it's an insult, the fact that there's so many brave people who have fought in wars to maintain our freedoms, the freedoms which you are not even aware of. It's almost as if all these people are fighting and dying in vain, because the fact of the matter is there are probably millions and millions of people just like you who don't even know a single one of the amendments of the Constitution, and yet they come on places like Facebook trying to come into conversations which they know nothing about, trying to start things which they know nothing about, trying to make low blows of people's character because they don't have anything intellectual to say to another human being, which I feel is the position that you're coming from. Again, not trying to sound smart, I'm just talking to you right now. If any of that was too hard to understand, grab that Merriam-Webster. It's called Merriam-Webster. It's a dictionary. You can use it if need be. I'll give you like a second, you can wait till the end and use it. So yeah, I'm just gonna say very calmly again, because I think that my personal beliefs are being misconstrued. I am going to just calmly state my beliefs. I'm not some crazed hippie, going around pounding my fist saying flower power, and, get rid of guns forever. I'm simply saying that I don't believe in them. That doesn't mean that I think that other people's constitutional rights should be taken away and that guns should be made illegal and they should get rid of guns everywhere. I'm not in La La Land on a permanent acid trip, and I know that that's not going to fucking happen. What I am stating is that I don't use guns. I don't believe in the use of guns. They're harmful and destructive creations. That's what I believe. Doesn't mean that I don't have friends who do own guns and do use guns. And I will say I have known way too many people who have died because of a gun. And don't give me the shit, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I gotcha. I am saying that I've known too many people who've died, and a lot of these deaths could have been prevented if the accessibility of weapons such as guns, firearms, whatever you want to call it, had been made a little bit harder to get, a little bit less accessible. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying to make something a little bit less accessible, how about we do a little bit more intense of a background search? How about we don't give a gun to a known crime affiliate, a known person who abuses their children, somebody with a mental disorder. We don't give a firearm to a gang member. We don't give someone to just these simple things. Now, of course, this isn't going to eliminate deaths and people killing each other, but it will make a huge, huge impact if you look at the statistics. It will make a huge impact on the amount of casualties, and we can prevent so many of these obvious casualties by not giving people who are known violent offenders weapons so easily accessible. That is all I am stating. That was my entire belief. Okay, you can believe that or not. I personally believe that. That's who I think should and shouldn't own a gun. Now, as far as police officers go, I am well aware. Okay. I totally understand that the police are quite corrupt. Most police are very corrupt. Now, does that mean because a police officer doesn't know how to use firearms that we should give a civilian who doesn't know how to use firearms? Like, what weird, perverse world did two wrongs make a right? Gandhi stated very eloquently that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. What I'm simply stating is that just because one person misuses guns doesn't mean that someone else is just as entitled to misuse them. If anything, the misuse of guns from somebody in power just proves that guns are just misused by all people. It shouldn't be used, period. Again, I'm not trying to say that anyone doesn't deserve to have, no one deserves to have their constitutional right taken away. I'm just saying that I personally think that there should be harsher measures and it should be a little bit more difficult to own a gun. That's it.